Good afternoon from Celebrity Edge. Cruising is back. David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency. Welcome to the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show for the first time on location on a cruise ship. I always dreamed when I started this show, March of last year, I'd be live with you guys on a cruise ship. And today, 15 months later, we're on a cruise ship. My show started really a week after the shutdown, global pause in sailing, and now we're back on the first revenue sailing from a U.S. port. We're on board with paying passengers here on Celebrity Edge, one of the best cruise ships ever built. We're sitting here in my aft sky suite with butler service. My butler, just came back and brought me my champagne, because why? We're live from Celebrity Edge, and we're going to open the champagne on the air. So today's show has a topic. I will tell you right now that if you want to learn about the ship, check out my show on May 28th on my Fantastic Endeavors YouTube channel, May 28th. Like that channel, subscribe to it, like the feeds that you watch, and then also watch feeds coming up. Saturday night when I get home, I'm going to do a more cruise review. I've only been on the ship a couple days. Today's more about my experience, be back, and the protocols involved. And today's theme, thanks to Bonnie Barnes, my producer, is ambience, attitude, and protocols. My connection's a bit spotty, and we're trying to get stuff done. We've uploaded videos. Why this go scheduled at noon today? Because I wasn't sure if I could even go live. We're dealing with a very limited connection. So hope it's clear to you guys. If not, just watch it on recording. As you're watching this, like it where you're watching it and share it. It really does help us out. Leave a comment. Do you miss cruising? Is cruising something you want to do? And tell me what ship you're going on next, because we're here live on Celebrity Edge talking about ambience, attitude, and protocols, because we're live on Celebrity Edge. So I will first celebrate before we go into. I'm going to do a tour of our room. I want to show you what we're all about. Going to talk about our experience yesterday checking in, because that's very important. Everyone's worried about safety. Everyone's worried about, do they arrest you at the port when you arrive because of the laws in Florida? And everyone's worried about what's it like on board. Am I wearing a mask? No. So I'm going to talk all about that in a very short show. And stay tuned for quick live check-ins this week, because again, the connection's not the greatest in the ship. They have a great satellite feed, but I talked to a guy today. They said it's not the best. They got media on board who can't go live, but we're live for you guys right now. And then we're going to kind of show you a little bit of taste of and experience the ambiance on board and a little bit of the attitude of the guests, because Celebrity is all about attitude. They're about modern luxury. And we got a great video of the magic carpet today and one of the bartenders there. So stay tuned for that. So if you want a full ship review, that's going to be at my show May 28th. And then a full trip review will be next week on Saturday night at 6 p.m. when we get back on July 3rd. And then July 4th will be at your leisure. But I first want to open this up and celebrate the return to cruising. And thank you, Albert, for the champagne, my butler, because I'm in a sky suite. And man, once you go butler, you never go back. Oh. Didn't expect that. All right, little frothy. Producer Bonnie's going to help out here and pour the champagne. Awesome. So cruising is back. Thank you guys for listening. And today's very short show, a quick check-in. And keep in mind, I'm in my suite because it's super hot outside. I could not bring the equipment outside. We are going to show you my view from the balcony, because I'm in an aft suite. And aft is perfect because you see the horizon. It's a semi-panoramic, and you see the prop wash, which I love. So we're going to show you that. All right. So first up, we're going to show you our cabin tour. And please give a comment out there. Let me know how you guys are doing. And I'm going to show you a quick tour of our suite. It is a Category S1 aft sky suite. Coming up right now. Check it out. David Hartman on Celebrity Edge is going to show you our suite, the category S1 Sierra 1 Sky Suite. What's very special about this upgrade I received, thank you Celebrity, is that it's on the aft part of the ship. So even though it's a similar price to an S3 or an S2 suite that are on the sides of the ship, our balcony is much bigger and our room is a little wider. So check it out right now. What's cool is we have this ultra long hallway. When we checked in, all our luggage was right here, because we are in the far corner of the ship. And check out this suite. Normal cabin, the wall would come about right there. You maybe scoot by your bed. You got the extra width. So it's kind of like a junior suite. It's not a full, massive suite. But man, we have all the amenities. We have a butler named Albert. He's incredible. And Albert brought us those lounge chairs. Appreciate that, Albert, because we checked in, all we had were those two little chairs. And somebody wanted lounge chairs. And I love aft because the rooms next to us are called sunset verandas, which are balconies that you pay a little extra for. I have clients that have booked those, sailing next March. And I love the prop wash and seeing where you've been. You got this semi-panoramic view of the horizon. To our left, the Florida Keys. We passed Key Largo last night. Hello, Florida Keys. Key West in the distance. Too far to see land because we're in the shipping lane. And in the distance, where it's raining over there, is Cuba. And then across the way, going port side, are other sunset verandas at the ends of the Sky Suite. We're the only one in the area that has a suite with the butler benefits and the amenities, which includes Luminaire Restaurant and unlimited access to the retreat, exclusive lounge and sun deck and bar for retreat guests. In the bathroom, if you've been on a cruise, most times the bathroom is a closet. I mean, this bathroom is sweet with superior lighting. The door's been open 2 seconds. It's all fogged over because it's a little bit humid out, so pardon the humidity. In a private water closet. So that's our Sky Suite, and we're fogging up on Celebrity Edge. Highly recommend category S1 aft balcony. It is worth the trip. Hey, how about that for a cabin, huh? Now we got upgraded to that, and I am very impressed because I didn't expect it. When I first saw the layout, now when you're aft, you're pretty far back from the elevators, and you're on the opposite side when you're a suite guest from the retreat on the other side. But man, you can't beat the view. We're going to show you a live look in before we end the show, so stay tuned for that. So that's a bit of the ambiance on board. And now that I got your attention, I want to talk to the more nitty-gritty stuff, which is the protocols. So what was it like to check in? After protocols, I'll talk about the attitude. Attitude meaning of not just the guests, but the cast on board, the staff members, because they have really made this cruise shine. I mean, I was on the inaugural of this ship in November 29th, 2018. I've been telling people that I said, I was here. And some guy actually recognized me, and I said, I recognize you too. I mean, they have brought everyone back. Celebrity has done their job running ships back and forth to Europe to bring people back online. And it's been an amazing experience for 2 nights. What about the protocol? By the way, comments are coming in. I can't believe there are networks on board this ship who can't go live because no one knew that the Wi-Fi would be so limited. And we're pulling it off today just for you guys. And thank you. Already we said, Rich Schroeder said, happy cruising. And thank you, Reg. And Janice Speedback said, that's beautiful. Yes, my suite is beautiful. And I did pay for a Sky Suite S3, which is just a side. My balcony would be a third the size of what you saw in that video. And I'll show you our balcony here in a minute. And then I got upgraded thanks to my sales rep. Thank you very much, because I do a lot of work for Celebrity booking wise, and I do a lot of coverage for them on social media. So on the show, appreciate my Celebrity peeps help me out. Cruising back, Celebrity's done a great job. The minute they announced this, I booked it because I like their kind of cruising, and I love the ships I've been on before. And to give you an idea of how they handle it so well, My experience, I'm going to tell you right now, back to the theme of the show, as far as the protocols, keep in mind, as a sweet guest, it's much easier. It was easy. Now, granted, this ship is 36% capacity, we've heard, not verified. Only time we wore a mask, the only time we wore a mask was in the terminal, which is covered by the Coast Guard and federal government because they're mask mandates. Same thing with the airports and planes. The only time I wore a mask since I've left my house in Key Largo yesterday was in the terminal. And honestly, I didn't wear it. I boarded the elevator. I didn't know. It goes, hey, you got to wear a mask. Okay. Minute you're on the ship, hey, you can take the mask off. It's okay. Masks are not required, even in the fitness center, even wherever we go. Masks are not required because it's a fully vaccinated cruise. Now, how they meet all the Florida requirements, all that, I'm not going to get into that. I did that a previous show. I may cover that next week. All I know is Celebrity did what they had to do to meet the CDC requirements and also to appease the state of Florida, and that's all I'm going to say about that. The protocols in place are this. The sailings the next few months will be limited capacity. That's one way they're doing this. The other thing is this. The mask time you're going to wear is only in the terminal itself. And then on board, if you're unvaccinated, it's a different story. We've not seen one mask. I've not seen a wristband. I've not seen anyone qualified as unvaccinated say they're unvaccinated. But the way they booked this cruise, they didn't say they're allowing unvaccinated guests to appease Florida until a week before sailing, when the sailing was closed for sail. So I'm pretty sure there's no one unvaccinated on board. But for the cruises that are doing that, I don't know. That will be determined next couple of months as those sailings depart. This sailing is a vaccinated sailing, and everyone on board is not wearing a mask, and we're all being safe. And the only time we wore a mask was in the terminal. Very easy getting on. Being a sweet guest is highly recommended. We walked in and had a separate line, and then that was easy. Waited a few minutes there, went to a separate elevator, and we looked right to see the main terminal kind of crowded, and that's what I'm talking about. And then we went left and went through the metal detector to the suite lounge. And then they checked us in. Oh, you can board. Went through a scanner at there, and then we walked on the ship. It was so easy if you're a sweet guest. So easy. I'm telling you, being a sweet guest makes it easier. Now, but even in the terminal, from what I saw, was less crowded. So getting on board is easy, and getting on board. So I don't know, Bonnie, if you have a comment, please yell it out, because I just covered the protocol. So
no, you spelled it wrong.
What's that?
It's on wrong.
Huh? So what? Spelling's part of the program. All right, so that's the protocols. Getting on board was a cinch. Being a sweet guest makes it easier. You get on board faster. We actually had snacks in the suite lounge, got on board quicker. Everyone was very nice to us. Once we got on board, no mask required. So that's what it is. So talking about the attitude, because this cruise line is all about attitude. They boast modern luxury. They boast, hey, we do things different. And I met so many people on board again from 2018 when I sailed in the inaugural. And today we hang out at the Magic Carpet Lounge, and here's a taste. I was doing just a recorded feed for you guys of the Magic Carpet because right now she's in a dining area, so I couldn't broadcast them there. And our Serbian Alexander bartender, as I'm doing a feed, I'm talking about my drink, he decided to come over unannounced and tell us how it's made for. So check it out right now. Here's the Magic Carpet, unique to Celebrity Edge class cruise ships. There's only 3. The Edge, this one, the Apex, and Beyond that just launched. This Magic Carpet goes from deck 16 down to 5. And then down to the water to launch for tenders for certain excursions. It's a truly unique innovation in cruising, and it's a fun place to hang out. Check it out right now. David Hartman here. We are on the Magic Carpet on Celebrity Edge on day 2 of our cruise. A day at sea, as we talked about, our 7-night itineraries, Western Caribbean. Misspelling? We left Port Everglades, Fort Lauderdale last night, 6 p.m. We're still around the Florida Keys. We're doing impulse power, as I call it, for you Star Trek fans out there. We're crawling along because the trip we're doing to Yucatan normally could take just a 1 day at sea trip. We're doing 2 because it's part of the itinerary. So you enjoy this wonderful ship, and we are today. I did my show previously, as I mentioned. Check that out from May 28th, and I did a good preview of the ship. I did a quick little mini tour of Magic Carpet. I did want to check in with you and talk about this great place. They've really shifted how they use this. So this is a moving carpet. Literally, it's on a hydraulic system on the side of the ship. Right now it's at the top level as high as it goes, right next to on the higher level to above the pool deck. And I'll turn the camera around here. Actually, I will show you guys in a little bit exactly what that looks like, because it's a great place to visit. I'm having the Magic Carpet cocktail. It comes in different colors, but it's very refreshing.
How is cocktail, by the way?
Very good. You did an amazing job. So, sir, tell me what's in it. I'm doing a recording.
I'll be right away.
Yeah. Or my bartender's come back and tell you what's in this drink, which is awesome. As always, you guys are out there, leave me a comment. Are you excited for cruising? Are you going to come back soon? So what's in this? With my man Alexander out
Hello.
there. Hey. So what's in this amazing Magic
Well, it
Carpet?
is excellent mix of Tito's vodka, one of the best vodka in the world. Then we have a Holipart, is a French vermouth. We have a grapefruit juice. We have a allspice like sherry, top up with the soda, and also grenadine.
Awesome. Perfect explanation.
Thank you so much.
I highly recommend these guys when you're on board Celebrity. Any Celebrity ship, the newer ships, the Edge, the Apex, and now the Beyond are their new age ships. And this is the Edge class, because this is the first of this new amazing class of ships with a one-in-a-lifetime feature, one-of-a-kind feature, this Magic moving carpet. It'll be on deck 5 tonight for a dinner, possibly. The dinner is always based on conditions. We got to pre-book it. It's a little bit confusing. I know we had lunch on deck 5 on the inaugural, but that was not the normal schedule. So keep that in mind. To eat here as a restaurant, you have to book that on board, because it's based on the conditions. If it's too rough, they can't serve, they can't move it. So tonight we're going to check out. Maybe we'll do dinner on the Magic Carpet. So in a minute, I'm going to turn this around and show you guys a little bit more of this, and also champagne available. When you're in a suite, all the drinks are included. Premium beverage package is included. No need to sign up for it extra. All right, I'm going to turn around right now and show you the Magic Carpet. Hey, so that was our man, Alexandra, showing about the little attitude of the cast members on board. And I want to then also now finish the continuation of that tour of the Magic Carpet. I did it on my previous show, May 28th, but that was 3 years ago. That was a much lower deck 5. Now I show the Yamit. This is now a bar above the pool deck you can just walk into. So when Alexander left, I stopped the feed and thanked him, and then started a new feed I'll show you right now. But this is just a cool place to hang out. This is more back about the ambiance on board, just a little introduction to the return to cruising. So check it out right now, the Magic Carpet Lounge when it's on deck 16. So here's the Magic Carpet. Again, it's on deck 16 on the retreat. I'm sorry, deck 15. So you're above the pool deck. So right over this jogging track is the pool, right down there. So they're walking. It's very cool. They have a jogging track that has an incline.
It's a bad connection.
No one else has that. So, happy birthday again! Happy birthday! Hey, it's your birthday! Hey, Ellen. And there's my man Alexander. Mixed a drink. Hard at work.
Hello.
You guys rock.
Hello, everybody.
It's Cruising's Bass. Support these guys. They're awesome.
Thank you so much.
And order the Magic Carpet drink and plenty of champagne. And I'll tell you how this moves. You see pictures outside the ship. They have this amazing orange rail, 2 of them, and it's got this hydraulic system. So I know I showed this video a little bit on my pre-show on May 28th, but look at this. See that cable on there? That big system lets this come all the way down deck 5. Or if you're on a excursion that has tenders, this is your tender party station, which is awesome. Yeah, the bar is open and you party on board. Great place to hang out. Looks like the normal routine is on deck 15, adjacent above the pool deck to hang out for drinks. Available, first come, first serve. No crowds here, as you see. and then a dinner on deck 5 at night. Dinner to conditions, as they say. And we're back to the show. How cool is the Magic Carpet? That is unique to celebrity ships, only on the Edge class, which is the Edge, the Apex, and beyond. And that's the first time I got to experience that on the higher deck 16. When I was on board, that was used for a dinner time thing that we weren't allowed to go to. You know how it goes. And it was on deck 5 on Raw 5. It will go down deck 5 right now. It's where she's right now for an extension of Raw 5. And sometimes they have a separate dining on board as a specialty restaurant. But it's based on weather, which I don't quite understand. But I think they don't want to be up that high at night in these rough seas on a long time cruise. Anyways, I appreciate you guys being on. We're going to wrap up pretty soon. We will show you our view before we close out. A couple things when I mentioned about our theme today, now that it's spelled right, is ambiance, attitude, and protocols. You saw the attitude in the previous video with Alexander. I mean, literally, I didn't even plan that. As I was describing the drink, he walked by, had no problem coming on recording, describe the drink. That is the drink designed for the Magic Carpet, so you got to love that. The ambiance, check out my room, my suite, the tour we did on board. And rewind the beginning if you're just coming on, because you'll see my champagne toast cruising is back that I just exploded in my room. Didn't expect that. That was pretty funny. Any questions, please put them in the chat. I always watch these recordings again. I always follow all the comments. Thank you for the comments today. There are networks on board. We just talked to NBC that are doing nothing but taking footage because they can't go live because of the coverage. And we pulled off a live show today thanks to you guys. I haven't missed a show every weekend since mid-March last year when cruising shut down, ironically. And I appreciate you guys being on for this great launch of cruising. Saturday night at 6 p.m., I will have a complete wrap-up of this cruise. I'll tell you about the excursions. We got Mexico, 2 stops in Mexico, Costa Maya and Cozumel, and then Nassau. I will tell you right now, my cruise line shifted, Celebrity shifted. I think mostly due to concerns about maybe having some unvaccinated guests on board. I heard from producer Bonnie, there are some people on board wearing masks for their own safety. And all the members of the team, the staff, do wear masks. That is their requirement. That is their rule. And has to do, most of them are vaccinated, but that's the rule. But it has to do with their own policy. So keep that in mind that your own people serving you do have masks on. But that is the rule of the cruise line. That is not something for you. If you're a vaccinated guest, it is just like cruising. I haven't cruised since November 2019, and I haven't noticed too many differences. This feels like an inaugural cruise or a test cruise because it's only 36% capacity, but this is a full revenue-paying cruise. People on board are paying full fare, except for some media invited, and like myself, who got upgraded thanks to my friends at Celebrity. I want to reach out to people in the comments. Thank you all. Rich Schroeder and Janice Spivak and my friend Contessa Luann had some great comments and questions. YouTube, watch my Fantastic Endeavors YouTube channel and follow the Enjoy the Journey playlist of the shows and subscribe to that channel. It really helps me out. We're going to grow that channel and make it go beyond even the networks. He said, hello. And then he had a great comment. It said, delicious, referring to some of the bites we saw on board. And said, yes, but not all the testing on the ship. Certain cruise lines are doing test cruises. CDC, Center for Disease Control, said there's 2 ways to go back to cruising. Require 95% vaccinated guests, mostly meaning that the other 5% is for people below the age and get vaccinated. And then staff 95%. Or you can allow unvaccinated guests at your, rule of thumb if you do a test cruise first. So I'm on a ship that did not do a test cruise. I'm on a ship that actually required 95%, met that, and then last minute appeased Florida. Now, I mentioned before my excursions. I'll close out time about excursions. And again, my YouTube followers are awesome. Yes, have a great time. I will have a great time because next to Tomorrow Day at Sea, I'll do a live check-in, but the show's done until next week, so less pressure off. We'll be doing footage the whole time for next week's show, but also checking with you guys and posting a lot of pictures on Instagram and David W. Hartman on Instagram and Fantastic Endeavors. So follow those feeds on Instagram and Facebook. Mexico is now have to do a curated experience with a cruise on according to Celebrity because they're free of vaccination and guests. So I had a third-party excursion. I had to cancel, and I had to book a Celebrity excursion. So keep that in mind, even on these vaccinated cruises, depending on the location where you go, you still may have to do a bubble excursion. NASA's a free-for-all. I could party in the street with my 500 best friends and they wouldn't care. NASA may care, but Celebrity doesn't care. And I'm doing a Dave tour of NASA because I've been going there for 20 years. Costa Maya, I've already booked the excursion. That was canceled. It happens. And I rebooked another one. No problem. The one I booked in Cozumel was the local cantina experience with a third-party shore excursions group. Shout out to them. I had to cancel that, and they were very understanding. Even though it was non-refundable, they gave me my refund back. I sent a letter from Celebrity. 2 days before the cruise, Celebrity said, sorry, we're doing only cured experiences, because they're concerned because they may have to allow unvaccinated guests on board. So there's a bit of jockeying going on with that, but, you know, we'll get beyond that in the next 2 cruises. Don't worry about it. All right, look who's on board. Speaking of Celebrity himself, it is Skip Shear. He said, I look like a celebrity on Celebrity. And a toast to all you people out there that want to cruise. Cruising is back. And rewind this feed when you watch it. Watch my amazing champagne opening. I soaked my room with the champagne, and I couldn't wait to announce it. We're going to close out showing you our wonderful view from our category S1 aft balcony suite, sky suite. And we're going to show you the view as I'll kind of chime you guys and say, hey, watch us next week at 6 for a full trip review, and look out for live feeds throughout the week. Go ahead. Thanks for joining us, Skip. Good to have you on. Look at that view. Yep, that's our view from our sky suite. Once you go suite and butler service, Skip, you never go back. Yeah, so today's show is about ambience, attitude, and protocols. Thank you guys for joining, and I'm going to close out soon. I got networks on board, Skip, big radio stations on board who haven't done live feeds because of the internet, and I pulled it off. Thank you, StreamYard, for being so amazing with their technology. And it took me a while to upload videos today for you guys. And yes, we know Skip Shear is a big Woodford fan. Skip, you haven't seen the duty-free shop here has the Skip Shear Self. I didn't have it prepared for this video, for this show, but I'm going to text you a picture of the Skip Shear Self. It is like Woodford, this amazing crystal, a bottle of Jameson, and some like cocktail book. I'm like, they have a Skip Shear Self in their duty-free shop. Man, this has been a great response. I can't tell you how much this means to me to have you guys watching this today, because we had no idea we pulled this off. The reason you didn't see a notice about this until noon is because the internet was not what we expected. And I talked to the internet manager today. He said, yeah, we got media on board. They're on a separate network. And just the satellite not cooperating. First time back in cruising. It hasn't been used in a while. And we did what we could. And we did a few test feeds and we pulled it off. And so I apologize for lack of promotion for today. But man, it's in the can. We did it. And yes, Skip Shear says, oh my God, look at that view. In a minute, hopefully, hey, Bonnie, show off the lounge chairs. So good example of having a butler, and I had this on the tour. Again, rewind this after you came on late. Those were not part of the balcony. Those are not part of the sky suite. We asked our butler, Albert, to supply some, chaise lounges, and he did that night. I give him credit because I don't know where he got those from, but it's a long way from our suite, from the nearest hallway or elevator. But man, that's what I love, that view right there, the prop wash, the aft sky suite. We are farther from the elevator than most suites, and we are much farther from the real benefit of having a suite, which is the retreat, which I'll talk a lot about on my show on Saturday night after the trip. Again, go back to my Fantastic Neighbors YouTube channel and watch the show from May 28th. I do a full review of the ship because I've been on it before, and I do cover retreat. But I was sitting in a kind of hanging chair in the retreat pool before I came down here to prepare for the show for you guys. So thank you guys for being on. I appreciate all you. And thank you for joining our show about Cruising is Back, because we've been live on Celebrity Edge. And so I want to just check in today and say, hey, 2 days in, about the ambiance, the attitude, and protocols. Cruising is back. If you're vaccinated, it's very easy. If you're a sweet guest, it's even easier. And stay tuned this week, because we'll be live from Celebrity Edge all week. And you guys have an amazing Sunday and a fantastic week.